BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. It's Friday, it's the weekend. Woo! Yay! How are you? Are you good? I hope so. I'm very good today. Sleeping amazingly, and so I woke up in a good mood. I'm even in a better mood now because I just recorded two today's tarots for later on in the month, and wow. The one that I just did, it was pretty much all major arcana. It was powerful, powerful reading. So I'm looking forward to that day. And I'm looking forward to what it's kind of signifying for me anyway. I'm interested in what cards are going to come out today for the collective. But let's see. Hey, Barbara. Good? Okay, one question readings. If you want one of them, if you're on here live with me, you can put yourself in right now. You'll find a link for that pinned at the top of the live chat. Hey Mandy, hey Sandy, hey Maria, and yeah, book yourself in now. You can ask anything. It can be yes or no answer question. It can be very specific, or it can be guidance from your higher self, career guidance, love life guidance, whatever you want. So let's get on it. If you're watching the replay, hello, come along live sometime if you can. But you can also book yourselves in for a one question reading as well, because I'll do it right at the start of the next live show, like I'm about to do Lara's. Thank you, Lara, for booking in. Lara asks, what should my focus be? What should I keep in mind for my workplace? So a career, workplace thing for Lara. Thanks for booking in, Lara. So yeah, if you're watching the replay, you can do as Lara did, and I'll do it right at the start, and then I'll send you the link to the replay so you can watch it in your own time. Or come along live, of course. You can book while I'm live too. It's always nice to have your energy in here. So Lara, career, workplace. Listen, I am good enough. Ooh, is it tricky at the moment, Lara? Because that listen card, it felt like, listen. It felt like a plea. You know what I'm getting? You know how we project? So when we've got an issue with something, we think that everyone's got an issue with something. We tend to project that on. So if someone's got a self-esteem issue, say a boss has got a self-esteem issue, he's never going to think that the employees are good enough because he doesn't feel good enough himself. Do you know what I mean? Someone who has healed themselves, sorted themselves out of things like that is not going to project it onto someone else like that. So you've got someone in the workplace here that they don't feel good enough in themselves and they're projecting it onto you. And this, listen, it feels like, Lara, you need to, I don't know how to address this really, because you could like point out reality to them, like you think that I'm not good enough, but I know that I am good enough. It's you that doesn't feel good enough. We can't really talk like that to people who haven't yet found it in themselves to figure that stuff out, because the defenses are just going to come out, right? So how to deal then? How to deal with this situation? Oh, thank you, Barbara. Yeah, it's been up all night in a top thing bun, and it is particularly curly today. I'm feeling great today. I'm feeling really good at the moment. Anyway, I am heard on my ID. You do need to speak up, but perhaps not on that level. Just know that that person's projecting, Lara. Might not be in a big way, this, but yeah, it's about them. So one way, like you do need to stand up for yourself. You are good enough. But you could actually make them feel better about themselves by pointing out things that they're good at, which won't come naturally. If someone is kind of down on you and projecting onto you, the natural thing isn't to try and like make them feel better about themselves, but that's where it's coming from a lack of self-esteem. So if you make them feel better about themselves, just the odd compliment here or there, generally probably about their work. Like, oh, you're so good at that. It'll make them feel better and it'll take the heat off, but you do need to stand up for yourself as well. Hope that helps, Lara. If anyone else wants a one question reading, book yourselves in now. So, on the love front, for me, there's a certain person who has arrived back at the Anne and again. He's here quite often and he's very good looking. Anyway, we've had a little bit of interaction before in the previous couple of years. is back and forth from the island. And yesterday gave me the biggest grin. I was riding, after training, I was riding to go and get some cat biscuits, the right flavour this time, because the cats didn't like the mackerel flavour that I got, and I got a huge bag of it. They're coming toward the end of it now, so I went to the animal clinic to get another big bag of the right flavour this time, tuna. They like tuna, they don't like mackerel. To be honest, the mackerel ones, it just stink. It really stinks and it doesn't smell good. When I first got it, Brenda cat, she was like, she's really hungry and crying for food, and then she was like, what the hell is this? She walked away. Hey Diane. Okay, let's get some cards out. I'm a little bit of a world of my own this morning. Relax. Stick around till the end, because I'll be pulling out the secret manifestation card out for everyone that does by Rhonda Byrne. What's going on here? What are we getting cards out for anyway? I don't know. Let's channel it and see. The Ten of Swords is painful endings. The stuff of nightmares. The stuff that we have to heal ourselves from. The stuff that goes down. I'm saying stuff instead of the other word that I really want to say, and you know what that is. The stuff that goes down that we've got to heal ourselves from. The stuff that gives us baggage. The painful endings. Hanged Man, we've got to change our minds about them. Be open-minded about it. Nancy, hello. The Hanged Man, being open-minded about it, changing our mind on it, seeing things from a different perspective. The traumas. Perhaps the baggage creators, the painful endings, the stuff that we've been through. I mean, we have had a hand in it. Even when we've been victims to things, unless we're children. We have had a hand in it because we've been, at the very least, putting up with something that we shouldn't have been. It could be a lack of empowerment, but I'm not saying we're never victims to things. We obviously are. But there is always a hand in it, because we could go through life like bulletproof. We really could, if we'd learned all those lessons. I've got hand cream underneath my nails. Nails are getting really long. It's hard to do stuff. Must be coming up time. It is. It's coming up time to get them done again. What's everyone doing this weekend? Have you got plans? Have I got plans? I had plans yesterday, but they were cancelled. I'm such a flake. That's it. I'm not going to say yes next time. You told your cousin you don't want a partner in your apartment because he's rude. Good. Yeah, rude people. I can get it. What's that about? Although sometimes people say I'm rude. I don't think I am. I know I'm blunt. I know. And I'm also very confident in myself, and so that can irk some people. I don't think I'm rude, but perhaps I am. I don't know. The Chariot pulled in two directions. So this is about opening our hearts, opening our minds, changing our mind about pain in the past. So we might be needing to see a higher perspective, a deeper perspective on something, our part in something, to feel less of a victim. It feels like a bit of victim-y energy, that. And Chariot pulled in two directions about that. So there's a part of us, there will always be a part of us, that our ego, that wants to hold on to that victimhood. It's like, no, it wasn't me. I was perfect. That's the ego, right? Mandy, Mother's Day. Oh, is it? And Barbara, male friend. He did. Of course, he put work first. He always does. He had the day off, so he wasn't at training yesterday morning. And so I messaged him once I'd finished training, because what he wanted to do was go, snorkeling, free diving with me. And so I hadn't seen him at training. I thought, even though I wasn't working, I thought he might come out, but I didn't. He was obviously still sleeping. And so I messaged him when I got home, because I wanted to know if he was still coming, because I wanted to go to the beach and get straight into the water after training. And that's when he messaged me saying, sorry, no, I've got to work now. So it's like, that's okay, I'm going to go to the beach. And so I went to the beach to have a swim with my goggles, because I'd already come home, because I didn't know whether, when he wanted to go and do the thing or whatever. So I left all my stuff behind and went with my goggles and had a proper swim. But it was so shallow that I cut my foot. I cut my foot on coral. The coral was right underneath me, and so for some parts of it, some parts I could swim normally, some parts of it I had to be on the surface and just swim with my arms and not my legs at all, otherwise I would kick the coral, which I did anyway. So no, I cancelled again, always does. I give up. But anyway, there's this other one. And this other one, every time he's here, I am very attracted to him. Very. See, there's not so much of the physical attraction like the others. I love them. I love them all, apart from one of them that works there. But the physical attraction isn't there for me. Great guys. But this other one, yes, the physical attraction is there for sure. Anyway, back to the cards. Ten of Swords, Hangman, Chariot. So we're pulled in two directions about letting go of that ego thing of seeing perhaps our part in something. The Four of Cups, but it's leading to disappointment. It's leading to disappointment. Yeah, well, it's a good thing that I messaged him, Barbara. I messaged him, to see. Because, of course, deep down I knew, it's flake. He'll put work first. He said he wants to do that, but he pretty much never does anything but work. I didn't put any time aside for him. I would have done. I mean, if he'd have said, yeah, let's do this, I would have, but there we go. Anyway, that's him. I think deep down there's a part of him that knows, and me, that we're not right for each other anyway. I mean, he's the best of whoever's there, but that's not a good enough reason for us to do anything more than just be the friends that we are, Did you check out my videos yesterday on my new channel, my self-care channel? This one. So I'm making a video every single day. There's been a few requests for more information about weight loss and fitness and stuff like that, and so I'm going to be talking more about that. Okay, so we're disappointing ourselves because of this pulled in two directions. We need to open our minds up to the changing our minds about something that's been painful. It's interesting, since I have been contemplating taking the drug for PTSD and going down that route, I have learned new things about healing, dream state, nightmare healing. There was another Andrew Huberman podcast last night. I was listening to it, but I fell asleep, so I need to listen to it again. But they were talking about healing method with regards to nightmares, and so I'm going to give that a go first. I would rather not do the drugs because pharmaceuticals are not good for us. Storm. If I suddenly disappear, it's because there's a power cut, because it's been raining already this morning. Might be able to see the windows. Steamy on the outside. The steam's on the outside. It's lovely. It's been raining so much. It's really cooled it down. It's cooled the pool down so much too. Very nice, but very humid. But very nice. Next up, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. I need to read it. I mean, this one to me, Wheel of Fortune, is when the cogs of the universe get into motion, and it's all powered by your heart. Your heart asks for something, and then all these cogs turn. The cogs of the universe. But they want me to read it out, and so I shall. Wheel of Fortune. On this Wheel of Fortune card, the woman's dress reveals her internal apparatus, consisting of a number of wheels all connected together. Each wheel is but a single cog in the larger machinery. Their ability to operate depends on all the other parts working. The woman has no power over the process, no control over the ups or downs of life. The wheel at the top holds her heart. Her happiness or sadness depends entirely on how her fate is turning. The watch in the woman's hand represents the eternal cycles of time we're all subject to. Clouds in the sky show that life is forever changing. Destiny. Cycles of time, processes, eternal change. Illusion of control, resistance, rage against the machine. Okay, so destiny, but we've got to go with the flow. But there's definitely a message here of challenging our victimhood status. Let's get one more card out. Okay, 2. Death, major change, and the 6 of Wands. I'm going to read them out just because the book's there. I'm feeling lazy to channel. 6 of Wands. Straight after I finish this show, I'm going to be publishing the next Pick a Card read, which is How Do They Feel About You? 6 of Wands. Yay. Ride with the tide. 6 of Wands says, an accomplished woman rides triumphantly on a beautiful hummingbird. She's conquered the bird by attracting him with a colourful flower. Having mastered many skills, she's filled with pride and a deep sense of accomplishment. Others acknowledge and applaud her success as well. Now she can go on with her journey wherever she wants to go. 6 doves sitting on top of a riding stalk look down at her in a... 6 doves sitting on top of her riding stalk. Oh, sitting on top of her riding stalk, look down at her in admiration. It's like, you're awesome. We are awesome. We are. And sometimes we think we aren't because we're not manifesting the things that we want, especially when we're not manifesting love. It's like, what's wrong with me? It's so easy to keep on saying that to ourselves, but there's nothing wrong with us. That's the thing. Sure, we've been in a process of healing. It's saying like there's another layer. There's another layer to look at here. We need to be open-minded. Death. Major change. Major change. I wish you could all see that reading that I just did. Whew. 27th of May it is. So many major arcanas. It was ridiculous. In front of a beautiful green garden, we see a woman whose upper chest is an open rib cage. Partly skeleton, she seems to be dead, but she's in fact full of life. Her body is the vessel for blooming flowers. The white lilies emerging out of her skeleton are a symbol of purity, innocence, and hope. The woman gazes at a butterfly resting on one of the lilies, a symbol of resurrection and life. I'm hearing second chance. The butterfly also, for us, not someone else, a symbol of resurrection and life. A butterfly also stands for transformation, change, and hope. Death is not the end, it's the start of a powerful new beginning. We're getting a second chance here. It feels like at life, not like a second chance with someone. It's not like an ex or anything like that. Transformation, inevitable endings, completion, loss, transition, finality. Wow, we've got change coming. I can see it. I can see it in the dailies. Because I'm always ahead, and the stuff that we've got coming is really good. But we obviously need to address some things here and be open-minded about it. Can you tell us more about that, please? It feels like victimhood, this 4 of Cups. Because the 4 of Cups is waiting for a special offer to come in. And it's kind of not coming because we're in this disappointed energy. We've got our back to the special offer. In other words, we're saying no to the special offer. That's what today's tarot was about. You ask for love and then you say no when it comes. Called myself out on that reading. Oh my God. It's like Mr. as well yesterday. I ask him and he says no. And he asks me and I say yes. And then he says no. Unhooking the past. We need to unhook ourselves from the past. There's nothing to regret when I learn from my past. So there's a lesson to see. We need to see it. Another lesson. Like I said, there's always our part in it. Even if we were a victim to something, there's always our part in it. We could have deflected it in some way, or handled it differently. That's what I'm wondering with my PTSD. Is I did a little bit of it last night as I was falling asleep, as I was listening to Andrew Huberman and his guest, Matt Walker, talking about this healing nightmares. So if I look at it from that point of view as a nightmare, PTSD, I know where it originates. So I put myself back in that position as a little girl in my bed with my dad coming in his rages, and talked as an adult to him now, telling him to stop and explaining it, you know. Maybe that will help dealing with the initial trauma as I am now. I don't know. But I'm open to doing these things now. Trying all kinds of things, you know. Unhugging the past. Because let's face it, if as a little girl I was as empowered as I am now, it would never have happened. And we can't be that when we're children, I know that. But that's why I say, as a child, you're a victim to things. But perhaps me reliving it now, if I keep on doing that in that empowered way, yeah, perhaps it'll sort it out. I hope so. Because the drugs, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to me. Drugs never feel right to me, to be honest. A lot of people have mentioned to me, you know, the use of those other drugs. I cannot take drugs. I just can't. I mean, what am I talking about? I'm talking about those, I can't think of the name of them. Things like ecstasy and, you know, whatever. Those things, I have such a bad time with any kind of recreational drugs that really, my body is just like, no. Even pot, I have a severe reaction to it. So definitely not going to do any of those things. Not even microdosing, perhaps, I don't know. I don't think it's for me. You try to rationalize when people are abusive. I used to do that. I used to try and figure them out. And until a day when I realized, I don't even want to understand why anyone would do that. I don't want to understand it. Why would I want to do that? That's like when I was working in corporate, I used to go on lunch with this group of girls, and there was this girl that joined us, and she was a mess. Quite frankly, she was a mess. And she was always complaining about the work. She didn't want to be doing it. She's like, what I'd really like to be doing is studying. I want to be involved with criminal psychopaths. And it was like, really? Like, I don't. And for the very, very same reason, I realized, what am I doing? I'm like that girl. Wanting to figure out my abusers and all of that kind of thing. Really, I don't want to understand that. I don't want to be more in that energy. I don't want to get it. I want to heal my side of things. Yeah, which is about the empowerment. It's about standing up for yourself. It's about saying no. It's about having boundaries, all of that stuff. What's she doing? I have no idea. She did actually leave, but she ended up having twins too. Here. She ended up having twins to you know, in the UK, there's a football club in London, and there's all of these thugs. I don't know whether it's still true, but it was true back then in the 90s. There's all these thugs, and it's kind of what they do. They go to these football matches for fights and stuff like that. She got pregnant with twins to a guy like that, so that didn't surprise me because she's kind of like nutcases, you know, a lot of problems, that girl. Unless I last heard of her, she left work, left the babies. She was studying. She was studying psychology. Psychiatry? No, psychology. Yeah, she's been through a lot, that one. Been through a lot. Anyway, receiving elation, I'm born of infinite joy. It surprises me sometimes. I am a very joyful person. It surprises me with everything that I've been through. Okay, we're born of infinite joy and we deserve it. We're hearing a guidance too. We do. My intuition flows whenever I'm still. Yeah, it's giving ourselves space. And inspiring others. I help others feel empowered by acknowledging their gifts. Does that empower people? Kind of. There's a better way of empowering people, I think. To be truly empowered when it comes to things like this and things like trauma and abuse and stuff like that. So that we don't have painful endings anymore. I mean, you know, Wheel of Fortune, life is always going to happen. But yes, we can deal with it better. We can be more healthy in ourselves to deal with whatever life throws at us, because it will. I mean, it's random, really. The stuff that life deals us, it is. None of us are going to have guarantees, no matter how good we are and how empowered we are and all of them. Still, shit's going to happen. It is. But it's the way that we deal with it, you know? It's the way, where do we let things rock us, or are we strong in that? Have we got strong boundaries? Can we walk away from things that are just like, we don't want anything to do with that? Hey, Tracy. Yay, you made it live. I can't even remember her name, in fact, that girl. Poor thing. Well, I hope she did heal. I hope she found the healing she was looking for in her studies and all of that kind of thing. Wow, I wonder what led to that though, right? She must have had experiences as a kid. We were about the same age. We were working with each other when we were about 22, 23, 24. Okay. Well, this is good, isn't it? Because we've got unhooking the past, and when we unhook ourselves from this, it could just be a realization as well, you know, for some, the hanged man, realizing that you've got this now, that you don't have that stuff. You can unhook yourself from the past because you can trust yourself now to deal with anything in an empowered way that comes your way. Receiving elation, then we can let the good stuff in, hearing inner guidance and inspiring others. Is it time to have good lives now? Instead of just like healing ourselves. I hope so. I've got a great life, and I do. I really do. I'm so happy now. So full. I'm just so like, I have a great life. I really do. I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky to be here on this island. Such an amazing place. And yeah, the stuff that I get to do is incredible. Even like yesterday, I wasn't in the ocean very long because the tide was out. But just to go see the fishes and the coral's growing. There's all this white new growth on it. It's so nice. Even though it was pretty tricky to swim with it being so shallow. I need to go and see the sharks sometime. Shark Bay. Snorkel right across the bay to where the sharks hang out. Miss the sharks. Yes, time for a happy life, and we're going to be inspiring others by doing that as well. Other people, showing people how to be empowered too, and have boundaries and all of that kind of thing. I think it's definitely a time to speak out on things, and share our stories and share what's going on. I was getting that message really strongly with, my other channel, Self-Care Claire, is don't just make videos when you're feeling good or about the good, the good workouts and all of that. Show on every day, because that's real then, I want to inspire people to be really healthy and take care of themselves on a higher level. And so I need to be showing what I'm doing every day in that, to inspire. So that's cool. And then when I was doing training yesterday and I was doing my stretching. You might have noticed if you watched the video. And when I started stretching, I was talking. There was a guy stood behind the camera, one of my friends. I've known him for many, many years. And he said about my videos, it's like, you're making videos all the time. I said, yeah, I'm making one a day. It's like, wow, you're Superwoman. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm super Claire. But I think it's important. You know, it's taken up a lot of my time doing it. But I think it's only when we share a lot that we will share the things that are really important, because it's just the little things, you know what I mean? It's the things that we don't think, oh, I'm looking at the wrong camera. It's the things that we don't think to share. Because it's just the whatevers, you know, it's the, I said no to this person, or, you know, it's the incidentals. Once we're empowered, it's not a big deal anymore, because we just say no to someone and then we move on and we forget to share that. It's those little things, you know. Me too, Sandy. I wish I had someone to share it with as well, but I'm pretty good anyway. Laura, yay! You watched your reading, good. Right on target. It's your superior, is it? Yeah. Yeah, tricky one, Laura. Tricky one, that. Try and make them feel better while also standing up for yourself. You'll do it. You'll manage it, I'm sure. But yeah, it's totally a projection on their part. Ain't that the truth? Okay. Who wants one of these cards? I think we're done today. I think we're done here. I think we're done for the week. Woo! Who wants a secret manifestation card? I do. Yeah, I'm just wondering whether this guy, I don't know. We'll see. Me first. Have the best day ever. That's what I say. Have the best day ever. Have you set your intention for the day today? Or are you just going to let today be governed by the thoughts of yesterday? Well, that's not a bad thing at all. I'm in a good flow right now. These words will help you get started. All good is coming to me today. All my desires will be met today. Magic and miracles will follow me everywhere today. Oh, cool. I like that. I think Marie asked for one ages ago. Let's do them in order from the down here. Sandy. Sandy said a yes, please. And of course, I'll let you all know whatever works, but about the PTSD. But I don't know how I'll know if it works, because I'm not always triggered. Do you know what I mean? Well, I'll know in a few years' time, but like menopause, I'll know, like, because I can go a year without it. But if there's triggers in my life, I probably can't go a month without PTSD. So I don't know. How will I know it's gone? Because it's the elimination of something. Sandy. The world needs your happiness, Sandy. We all need you happy. A life of suffering or unhappiness and a life deprived of the things you most want does not help the world. But your happiness and your abundance in your life lived to the fullest uplifts the entire world. The world needs your happiness. Laura. I'm certainly more light-hearted about relationships now. I can feel that. I'm more sensible about it, but more light-hearted. I'm going to have to check him out. Okay, just keep on popping up on my Facebook. Like, do you know this person? Actually, yes, but kind of no. Stalk him a little bit. I remember a few years ago stalking him a little bit, or trying to find him on Facebook. I thought he was someone else. I thought he was someone else that was popping up on Facebook, but he's not. At least I know who he is now. Lara, yours took ages to come out. Leave the past behind you, Lara. If you focus on the difficulties from the past, you're just bringing more difficult circumstances to you now. If you hold a grudge or blame someone for something in the past, that negative energy harms you. Oh yeah, especially about your situation now as well. Is don't be a victim to that. You got this. you can make them feel better and also stand up for yourself. You don't need to put up with it. You can handle this. Let it all go, no matter what it is. Do it for you and watch your life get better in every area. Barbara. I am so much happier when I'm getting a lot of really good sleep. If anyone had been thinking about getting grounding mats and grounding sheets, I would go for it. I'm just a little bit worried about the grounding sheet for my bed. It not working after it's been washed a few times. But the grounding mats, they're very tough. I might just shove the mat. If the sheet stops working, I might just shove this grounding mat or get a new one and put it at the end of the bed so that my feet are on it. Although I do tend to curl up. I don't know. Tracy, you resonate with me. PTSD and menopause. Oh, good. Not good that you've got that. You said I'm inspirational. Good that I'm inspirational. We need to fix this, don't we? We deserve it. We deserve it. I feel like so deeply that I deserve to be free of that stuff now. Oh, I've done so much work. I've done so much work to heal. It would just be awesome if I could be free of all of it now. I'm free of, like, by far the majority of it. Feels good. I feel very hopeful about it now too. Barbara, live your dream on the inside first. I got this on Wednesday. Live your dream on the inside first. See it in your mind and feel it in your heart until it feels completely real to you, and then it will manifest in your life. Dream it, dream it. Oh, Maria, retracted your message. Tracy, I see you've done another one, Maria, so we'll get to you. It's so nice to see so many people in here today. Don't forget to click like on this video too, that all helps. Tracy. Tracy, don't try to control negative thoughts. Don't worry one bit about them. All you have to do is deliberately think as many good thoughts as you can each day. Just focus on something else instead that makes you happier, and they will cancel out any negative thoughts. Practice this daily, and in a short time you'll have completely trained your mind to consistently generate positive thoughts. Just picking up this feeling that you've got somebody kind of negative around you. Tracy, you've got someone negative around you and it can pull you down. You can, if we're around negative people, we tend to match them. We tend to like, oh, you're complaining about that. Well, I've got something to complain about here. This is what I'm complaining about. And it's not helpful. You might want to distance yourself from people that pull you into that. There's many people like that. There's many people that just want to share what they don't like. Drainers, they are, drainers. We laugh at ourselves here, me and my friends on this island, because we'll say whatever complaint it is that we've got, and then we laugh and go, it's ridiculous, isn't it, that we managed to find things to complain about here when we're really clutching at straws. It's not bad at all. Like the internet being a bit slow. It's good now. The internet being a bit slow. Not terrible things, really. They're not terrible things. Who's next? Mandy G. Hi, Fox Mama. You may get one of these cards. Free and deserving. Yes, Tracy. Mandy, change your whole life with gratitude. Gratitude is riches and complaint is poverty. It's the golden rule of your whole life, whether it's your health, job, relationships or money. And Nancy is next. So nice having so many of you here. Yeah, don't forget to click out of the live chat and click that subscribe button and come back in the live chat. Nancy, jump for joy. You can lift your frequency, accelerate manifestation, and change your whole life with this powerful visualization technique that can be done in less than 30 seconds. Imagine that you just received your desire and see yourself jumping for joy. I do get a bit giddy like that often. Oh, I had so much fun yesterday with Pat, with Tap. It's hilarious. And then I managed to capture like a really fun photo of, I had hold of his leg and he was laughing and I was laughing. He was like laughing like, so funny. Oh, I was treated like a queen yesterday. So the boys they've got it wrong. They've got it wrong again. So they're not doing pad work on my days, but of course I'm a special case. And so everyone else was doing bag work and skills, and Tap, because he's the young one and he doesn't need as many breaks as the rest of them because he's a young 22-year-old and can work harder than the rest of them, you know, because it takes it out of them when they're doing pad work. He said, I'll do pads with you, Claire. So it was just me. Everyone else was doing the more boring kind of training and I was doing pad work with Tap. And then, so we did that, and then there were so many people there that then I could join in with the skills. So I managed to get to do like the best. But because there was an even number of people doing skills, it meant I was the odd one out. And so they paired everyone else up first, and I got to do it with a trainer. So it was like a private class for me. And then after that, Tap wanted to spar with me, so everyone else got matched up, and I sparred with Tap the whole time. So good. It's just like, so, because I said at the start, because there's this girl that's been training as long as I have, but she's still useless. And I'm like, do not put me with her because I pay for this class and I'm not a trainer. I'm not being paid to do this. And sometimes they pair me up with her. And I just end up having to teach her, and like, that's not on. And so they ended up treating me like a queen. So I had the best day. Anyway, stop. Maria's next. Yeah? Maria's next. Tracy says, withdrawing from the draining negative people. Good. And it's not that bad. It's not like you say, oh, you're so draining, or you're so bad. Because it's not that bad. It's just like, it doesn't serve you to be around them. While we are getting, sun's coming in, while we are getting stronger at being positive and not being drawn into that, we've got to protect our energy, right? You don't have to be around, you don't have to be resistant to those people for that long, really. But you do while you're still in those patterns. Do you know what I mean? I can be around complaining people now and I just go and then walk away. Who am I doing now? Maria. Think more about what you want, Maria. The only reason anyone is not living the life of the dreams is because they're thinking more about what they don't want than what they do want. You've got a fair this weekend. Imagine what it is that you want in that. Play it out in your mind first. The truth is, if you only thought about what you wanted, that's all you'd ever get. Mm-hmm. Sandy, you've had one already. Fox Mama. Fox's Mama. You've got two. You got two cards. Yeah, it is self-care, avoiding negative people and negative situations. It'll become a habit as well, but it won't be as triggering either. That's what I've found. Is like, once you've sorted it out in yourself and once you've got space from that, it's not as triggering anymore. It doesn't bother you as much anymore. It only bothers us when we've got it inside of ourselves. That's the thing. It's when we are still susceptible to that negativity more than we should be, more than is good for us. That's when it bothers us, other people being negative. That's when we get drained. So, Fox's Mama, you got two cards. The first one is gratitude is the fast track to manifestation. To massively accelerate manifestation, incorporate gratitude into the 3-step creation process of ask, believe, and receive. Gratitude, I actually prefer appreciation. It works better for me. Grateful has undertones for me personally of like, be grateful for what it is you've got, otherwise I'll take it away. And deserving has the same thing as well. You deserve that. That's what my parents said to me as they're beating me. So there's a lot of the words around all of this kind of thing are tainted for me. I don't know if it is such for you, but appreciation. Oh, they never used appreciation on me, so I can use appreciation, and it feels cleaner and more positive. But gratitude might work for you. When doing the first step of the creation process, write down what you want, but begin each sentence with these powerful words. I'm so happy and grateful now that. I'm so happy and grateful now that. Everything is on track always. Always. Even if it's that you're just getting a lesson at the moment, something that you need to learn so that you're in more of alignment so that you can get there. We're always on track to it. You're always on the path to what it is that you want. Especially when it seems like you're not. Because you're getting the opposite. You're getting the lessons. No matter where you are in life currently, no matter how difficult things might appear to be in this moment, you're always being moved towards magnificence. It's so true. It's so true. And you know what? When we get that and when we get our manifestation, we can look back and go, oh yeah, I can see why I was always on the path. I can see why I needed to go through that and that and that and that and that and that and that. Can't we? So in the moment, what do? We go, in 5 years' time, I'm going to see why all of this is happening. So I'll just trust that it's all happening right now for me. And I am on track for what it is that I want. The universe isn't saying, no, you can't have it because you don't deserve it. There's something wrong with you. That's our ego minds that tell us that shit. And it's not true. We're on the path to what it is that we want. Cool. Thanks everyone for coming along. And thank you, Fox's Mama. Good to see you here. Have a great weekend, everybody. Let's do this all over again on Monday. As I said, I'm going to be publishing that How They Feel About You Pick a Card, all right, after I finish this show. So watch that next if you want. I'll be very grateful for you doing that. And don't forget, click like on all my videos. It does seem to be working much better now on my YouTube channel, which is good. Have a good one, everybody. I'll see you next time.